Hari Om Tat Sat. Welcome to Swami Jyotirmayananda Society, our journey to self-realization. Please subscribe for the mystical meanings and to enjoy daily satsang. We are currently exploring Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Commentary is by Swami Jyotirmayananda Maharaj, narrated by myself, Swami Nikhilananda, and we are currently studying chapter number 17, which is also known as Shraddha Traya Vibhag Yoga, the yoga of divine faith, and the three gunas. And today we are starting from shloka number 13, where Lord Krishna is explaining the role of the gunas, sattva, rajas, and tamas, in all these activities that we partake. So, shloka 13, Vidihinam Srishtanam Mantrahinam Adakshinam Shraddha Virahitam Yagyam Tamasam Parichakshate. Sacrifice which is contrary to the scriptures, which is offered without the distribution of food, devoid of mantras and gifts, and which is without faith, is said to be tamasic or dull. So here God is emphasizing that our faith should be pure, but if we are tamasic in nature, then that food is done without any mantras, without any gifts, and is tamasic in nature. I think we had covered this shloka in yesterday's satsang, so we will move on to shloka 14. God continues, Devadveja Guru Pragya Pujam Shaucham Marjavam Brahmacharyam Ahimsa Cha Shariram Tapa Uchyate. Service of the gods or the devas, Brahmins, one's guru or spiritual preceptor, and wise men, purity, uprightness, brightness, brahmacharya, sexual restraint, and non-violence. Know these to be the austerity of the body. So, how do we do austerity? In sattva. The sattvic state is to pray to the gods, give them due respect, and hold your guru equal to God, because through him you will attain God also. And wise men, so serve the teachers, your parents, all the wise people you come into association with. Upgurus are teachers who have not you have not been directly initiated by, but you are benefiting from their wisdom, from their knowledge, by reading their books, listening to their lectures, etc. So they are the wise men. And keep purity of the body, take your showers, maintain your ethical rituals that you do, and brahmacharya. This is a very important one. Brahma meaning to abide in Brahman, and therefore to keep sexual restraint, which is very important on this path, although it's a very powerful force, so it's not always easy to do, but it should be followed in moderation if at all needed. But ideally, if you can avoid it, it's the best, because that creates ojas shakti, and that gives you the glow on your face and also helps you in your spiritual progress. Finally, non-violence, which is ahimsa, meaning loving everybody and everything. Just like we don't like to get hurt, we should not hurt others. So these are known as austerity at the body level. God continues, अनुद्वेगकरं वाक्यं सत्यं प्रियहितं च यत् स्वाध्यायाभ्यसनं चैव वाङ्यं तप उच्यते. Speech which does not cause agitation in others, which is truthful, pleasant, and helpful, and the repeated study of scriptures, These constitute the austerity of speech. Therefore, they say, Satyam vada, Priyam vada. Speak the truth that is pleasant. Navad Satyam Apriyam. Don't speak the truth that is uh, no, no, no doubt true, but is unpleasant and hurtful. So try to say it in a pleasant way. So that is truthfulness, and then do things that are pleasant, cheerful, and helpful to others, and repeatedly study the scriptures, also known as swadhyaya. That's why we have been doing these daily satsangs for many years now. Every day we do this, so at least we get a daily dose of our vitamin G, as Swami LP sometimes like to say, vitamin God. So keep God in you all the time. But when we start our day by this vitamin, the whole day goes better. And we should also keep some time reserved for daily morning meditation. So when we are doing these things, these are constituting the austerity of speech. So then when goddess Saraswati becomes happy, then she sits on your tongue, and whatever you speak soothes others, gives comfort to others. Your voice becomes healing, loving, and you are infused with goddess's blessings of wisdom. Jai Durga, Jai Ma Saraswati. So this is called the austerity of speech. She is the Devi of speech. Shloka 16. Manah prasadah saumyatvam maunamatma vinigraha bhava sanshuddhirite yata tapo manasamuchyate. Serenity of mind, gentleness, silence, control of the senses, and an elevated feeling of the heart. These constitute the austerity of the mind. Now, austerity of the mind, mana eva manushyanam karanam bandhu mokshayoha. Mind is the cause of bondage, and the same mind is the cause of your release. So we have to learn to keep the mind healthy and pure. So for that, it's important we keep the mind in a serene state, like a lake that is calm. And with that, it comes when we maintain silence, when we are gentle, and when we are controlling the senses inwards, which means they are not agitated. When the senses are agitated, it's like the rough waters in the ocean. So when we study the scriptures, when we are in sattva, we have an elevated feeling inside the heart, and through that the mind also becomes calm. When our breath also pranayam, when we do gentle, long, deep conscious breathing, the mind also starts to relax. So these are little tricks we need to learn to keep our mind in a happy and peaceful state. Moving on to Shloka 17. Shraddhaya paraya taptam tapastat trividham nare afalakankshibhir yukte satvikam parichakshate. These three types of austerity, practiced with intense faith, without expectation of any reward, are sattvic or pure in nature. So here God is saying all these austerity, what three types? Austerity of the mind, austerity of the body, austerity of the intellect. So when we properly practice these austerities, then, but we should do them with purity, with faith, having Hanuman like faith in God and in your own self, and without expectation of any reward, for your personal good. There is expectation that we help the world, we make this world a better place, we do whatever we can to help others. That is a healthy expectation. But expectation that I should get money, my personal bank account should get better, or people should give money to me. Those kind of things after your sustenance, all that is not needed. That is all called, this is why it's called nishkamya seva. And there is purity in that. When a saint with that approach speaks, that he becomes like spring season. It says vasantavata loka hite charantaha. Such sages and saints who are giving to the world selflessly and making this world a better place are like spring season. Wherever they go, the fragrance of their teachings permeates and people understand it, and they, even though their words may not be so eloquent or full of deep difficult vocabulary, etc., but they come from the heart. Think of what Jesus did with his 10 commandments. Simple, simple things for peasants and people. And yet today, so many people are following those or trying to follow those simple things. Thou shalt not kill, treat thy brother, neighbor like thyself, etc. Simple teachings, but they come from a sincere heart. That is why they touch so many souls. Much in the same way, when these teachings come from selfless saints who are not only teaching but also practicing it, they are also following these teachings of the Gita and the scriptures themselves in their personal life, then it becomes authentic. That's when a teacher becomes authentic, one who is doing both, practicing, has actually realized, and now he is sharing it with others. So it cannot be a hypocritical journey, it has to be one of faith and practice. So they are sattvic and pure in nature. This is what uh, God is clearly explaining in Shloka 18. Satkaram manapujatham tapodambhena chaiva yat kriyate tadahi proktam rajasam chalamadhruvam. Austerity that is practiced for the sake of gaining respect, honor, and homage, and with hypocrisy, is said to be rajasic or impure. So, here Gita and Lord Krishna are very specific in even giving donations and things like that, or austerity, when we are doing things for an ulterior motive, for name or for fame or for popularity, or even though we may be doing charity work and giving lots of money, but then we want our name to be displayed in newspapers and in halls and all that, which is the way of the world these days. So that's okay, it still helps the world. But what Lord Krishna is saying, if you do that, don't think that it has become sattvic. It is no doubt a good thing, but it is rajasic in nature according to the divine principle. So with this, we conclude our satsang for today. This is Swami Nikhilananda. Hari Om Tat Sat.